Genshin Impact. Love it or hate it, I have an extremely terrible addiction to it. So here's all the electro characters before 3.0 Sumeru launches. Now, we know that Dori's the next electro character coming up as 3.0 launches, but we don't know much about her besides the leaks, so I won't say much about her besides the leaks. But overall, character design and splash art is a solid 9 out of 10. I mean, look at her. She looks so cool. She might be the most smug character in Genshin with that design. Well, almost. Kuki Shinobu. She's the person in charge of the Arataki gang when Arataki isn't, well, being Arataki. She's like the definition of a contingency plan when Ito's plans don't go to plan. She breaks him out of literally anything and watches over him just to make sure he doesn't screw anything up. Well, Ito's kind of like a mascot, even though there is the bull. She still pulls the strings in the background and makes sure he doesn't screws it up again. She's sick as she has a mask on her model and she rocks this nice slick green hair with a hoodie that she doesn't wear, but it does resemble a headpiece of a samurai helmet. I think. Pretty cool design, 9 out of 10. She doesn't want to be a shrine maiden, so she ended up becoming a part of the Arataki gang, and she just straight up went full ninja mode. Her main weapon? Sword. Her usual playstyle is to max her out on HP as she applies electro elements, and she's kind of like a sub DPS healer. Overall, solid B tier. Fun to play. I don't think she's particularly in the meta of making everything overpowered in Genshin, but still, if you like her, go for it. Play whatever you want to play. Yae Miko. Fox lady who helped us beat her friend into being happy again. And no longer miserable. Also, side boob. Oh my god, side boob. She uses a catalyst as her main weapon, as her means of attack. Now, I have mixed opinions on Yae Miko. Like, first of all, is she a waifu? Yes. But is she meta for one-shotting and setting up destructions of power like Mona and Bennett? She's more like Beidou but electric, with more steps. As Beidou just places down his elevator and does damage, she has to place down 3 things for those to do damage, and then she sets off her burst. It's just more steps. But does that mean she's bad though? No, of course not. But she's pretty. She rocks pink hair and what seems to be a modified shrine maiden outfit. Thing is, she's like the main OG shrine maiden. 6 out of 10 on the outfit. I feel like there should be more to it, but overall, I think she's pretty nice. She scales normally with attack and crit damage, and overall, A tier. Not bad. Raiden Shogun, or Electro Archon, or A, or Ball, or Makoto. I look, I'm not really a lore guy to say. There's way too much story behind A as the Electro Archon. We're not even playing the real character, we're just playing the puppet of her. But like a near 100% perfection of a perfect puppet. Anyways, she rocks the polearm as her main weapon, and her main role would be support DPS with massive burst damage coming out of the other elemental bursts. Plus, her ability to synergize with literally everything that can apply some sort of damage, applying electro with literally anything, synergizing with so many abilities too. Oh yeah. That's where it's at. Her hair is extremely long and that crap is braided. She wears a modified kimono with an obi around her. Yes, I know these character descriptions of their appearances are as solid as my will to live. To rank her design overall, 9 out of 10. My god, is she pretty. But S tier. I know that sounds weird, but overall think about it. If her thing is as simple as applying one ability and letting that go through the whole entire time as it plays out, and then doing a massive amounts of burst damage near the end, that's insanely strong for synergy. Taser comps are actually pretty simple to play off of this. Pretty good. I feel like there's something more missing though. Kujou Sara. the Tengu General of the Tenryou Commission. She's extremely loyal to the Electro Archon, as I think she acts as the right hand for her. Her main form of weaponry is the bow, which is quite nice to use. She's literally the definition of a support damage boost that will skyrocket your damage when built correct. You charge your bow and you shoot the ground, wait for a delay, then get a damage buff. She's very helpful to make one-shot comps, but if you have Mona or Bennett, I think you might have more fun with that comp instead. Her character design is very lovely to look at, with the sick looking Tengu mask sitting on the side of her head while dressed in what seems to be a modified Kariginu. Fuck! She's also the tallest female character in Genshin. 9 out of 10 design. Kujou looks great, but her playstyle is a bit slow compared to the fast-paced one-shotting metas in this game. So I'm gonna have to give her a solid B tier. Not bad character though, just kinda slow when it comes to setting stuff up. Keqing. Well, she's alright, I guess. She uses a sword. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of her. She's the character I lose pity to the most. Oh no. No. I'm C2. I'm C2. Fuck. And I barely ever use her. I think she needs a buff, as she's supposed to act as the main DPS of the party, but even then sometimes she's lacking a lot in damage as well. I like her elemental burst though, where she kind of just does these mirages of damage and then goes in for a final strike, but after a while that also feels pretty weak and bland to me. Her design after a while looks pretty meh. To me, as she wears a dress, it's just a dress from the looks of it, with nice pigtails and all, and I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with this. I mean, she got that one skin from that one event, but you still have to pay money for that new outfit, and it doesn't even feel that awe-inspiring to get it in the first place. It adds new details to it, but I don't know. Anything about it more, I'm not too crazy about it. Overall, her design's a 6 out of 10. It's a dress, and that attack animation. Why? C tier. I don't like her. Fischl. The Prinzessin der Verurteilung, the girl who's constantly in her mind of castles and universes of her own making, believing in everything she is, as she sees herself as the overpowered main character. Her real name is Amy, as the summer event going on explains her backstory quite a bit. She uses a bow as her main attack, and her main role is sub DPS with the occasional big bad burst damage. She's solid, but she's extremely strong at C6, as her little birdie starts doing joint attacks with the active character, increasing so much more synergy and damage throughout other comps. She looks gothic as hell with a base outfit, even housing an eye patch with it too, though I don't think she needs that eye patch. Also a free outfit if you do the summer event. Looks pretty nifty. 7 out of 10 on both the outfits. I'm giving her a solid A tier. A fantastic sub DPS. Beidou, the captain of the Crux. She's the definition of why the hell is she a 4-star character instead of a 5-star, as her lore goes back to her fighting a serpent without a vision and winning. She has a red eye patch covering her left eye. She has a huge hairpin and a pair of large leggings. Probably, I think. She has a fantastic design as she wields a huge sword. Claymore. Her playstyle is perfectly countering enemy hits and popping her burst to start electrocuting enemies. A fantastic character used for something such as taser comps. Her design's fantastic, as it's like gold-plated badass pirate that'll kick your ass if you screw with her. Plus, with later constellation, she even becomes a shielder too. Solid A out of 10. A tier. Lisa, the Librarian of the Knights of Favonius. The first electro character you will get when you first start the game, unless you decide to break the laws of physics and wish for another electro character beforehand. Honestly speaking, Lisa's usually a sub DPS. Her burst actually lasts a long time with a substantially large area too, though her constellations kind of want you to get more, but it just doesn't do that much. Overall, she's a solid character when it comes to her sub DPS role, as she wields a catalyst as her main weapon. Her design is kind of just like a magical witch with that pointed hat of hers, even housing a small little lantern too. Her outfit's standard magical attire. It just seems a bit more compared to Keqing's regular dress. Solid overall. I can't really say much about Lisa though. She's just pretty good. Her playstyle is to stand there and charge your attack to land a striking blow. A little slow for a large payoff, then to pop her burst to switch to another character. Nothing crazy. Overall, 7 out of 10 design. B tier character. Razor. He got power. I mean, he's a 4-star main DPS character that was raised by little wolves. He's also the only male electro user as of this recording. His playstyle is to pop your ability and slap him a bit, then summon a freaking wolf spirit to fight right above you like a Stan, slashing the living crap out of everything you see, including your enemies. His main weapon is the claymore. A good boy with a large sword. Nice. It's actually really cool to see his animation as he just destroys everything around him with his burst, as it combines electro with his physical DPS. It's pretty nice. His outfit is as crude as his lore. Being raised by wolves, he rocks some orange gloves while wearing a nice hooded cloak of sorts, with it being tattered and all. And his hair, holy crap, his hair. It's so long. Makes sense though. Raised by wolves. He probably smells really bad too. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about his design, but it's pretty solid either way. 6 out of 10. Giving him a B tier. And that's it. That's all the electro characters in Genshin Impact before 3.0 Sumeru arrives. And I'm out.